Alazon is one of three stock characters in comedy of the theatre of ancient Greece. He is the opponent of the eirôn. The Alazon is an impostor that sees himself as greater than he actually is. The senex iratus and the gloriosus are two types of Alazon. Gloriosus is a stock character of a boastful soldier from the comic theatre of ancient Rome, and variations on this character have appeared in drama and fiction ever since. The character derives from the Alazon or braggart of the Greek Old Comedy. The term gloriosus is occasionally applied in a contemporary context to refer to a posturing and self-deceiving boaster or bully. Literary instances: in the play gloriosus by Plautus, the term applies to the main character Pyrgopolynices. This foolish gloriosus brags openly and often about his supposed greatness, while the rest of the characters feign their admiration and secretly plot against him, heavily borrowing from Plautus. The Stephen Sondheim Burt Chevallove Larry Gelbart musical A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Forum features a warrior named gloriosus. Shakespeare uses the type most notably with the bombastic and self-glorifying ensign ancient pistol in Henry IV, Part 2, The Merry Wives of Windsor and Henry V. Other examples are Fashion's Own Knight, the Spaniard Armado in Love's Labour's Lost, the worthless Captain Paroles in All's Well That Ends Well, and Falstaff in Henry IV, Part 1 and Part 2, and The Merry Wives of Windsor. Baron Munchausen is a braggart soldier. In Commedia dell'arte, the figure of Il Capitano is a gloriosus. In music, the title role of Herijanos by Codely is an example of the character. In PC game The Elder Scrolls 3: Morrowind, there is a non-playable character named gloriosus, willing to brag about his accomplishments as soldier. Senex iratus. The senex iratus, a heavy father figure, is a comic archetype character who belongs to the Alazon or impostor group in theatre, manifesting himself through his rages and threats, his obsessions and his gullibility. His usual function is to impede the love of the hero and heroine, and his power to stems from his greater social position and his increased control of cash. In the new comedy, he was often the father of the hero and his rival, more frequently since he has been the father of the heroine who insists on her union with the bad fiancé. As such, he appears in both A Midsummer's Night Dream, where he fails and so the play is a comedy, and Romeo and Juliet, where his acts are successful enough to render the play a tragedy. Pantalone in Commedia dell'arte acts as a senex iratus. In his Anatomy of Criticism, Northrop Frye considered all blocking humours in comedy to be variations on the basic function of the senex iratus.